Hello, my people. We are back today in a special edition of What Did We Get? Right? Because today is all about what did we get. And really because it was my birthday this weekend, right? So we got a lot of stuff over the last couple of weeks. A lot of oldies, a lot of boxes too. So without further ado, let's go and get started, right? Like I said, this was my birthday weekend, so we did, of course, go to the LCS, which is Pastime Comics for me here. Go support my boy Chris Hayes. He does great work. We got the Sabine Rich Mercy from Mercury and Dolpho. I get a feeling Sabine's going to be coming probably to Cowtown, so I'm probably going to go see her, have her sign that one. Darkness #4. And these are all the ones I really buy now from Image and whatnot. It's Top Cow, of course. You know, it's Darkness. And you got Ultraman. Okay, and then of course picked up a couple of these blind bags. These are the Vampirella Winter Special blind bag variants. It's got 2. We will check those out later. And then picked up X-Men of Apocalypse. Yes, Nate bought a Marvel book. Hell has frozen over. But why did Nate buy a book? It's X-Men of Apocalypse, Age of Apocalypse. You guys know me, I'm a huge Age of Apocalypse fan, so I had to have that for my set. You know, they did a new storyline called Age of Revelation and then that, so had to go grab it. Stopped by Collected Comics, which is just down the street from Pastime, and look what I found, guys. Hellraiser Nightbreed Jihad. This is very hard to find. Like the set, there's 2 books in the set, I believe, and this is so hard to find from the Epic Comics. Everybody grabs these Hellraiser books and then they go crazy because you just don't find them no more. That's just how they are. And then lastly, on record day, I picked up, not record day, but birthday, Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2. This is the Waxwork Records edition. This is out of print and sold out. So I figured, you know what, I better grab it while I can, because I'm not going to see this one for a while. So I had to have it. All right. So that is the birthday goodies we got in. Now let's go to all the mail-in goodies that we've got in. So this dude was having a sale, and what really got me was one of the box sets that this guy has is so old that I was like, I gotta have it. But then I kept looking through the stuff that he's got, and he had so much cool stuff. Like this, a Chastity phone card. This is all Chaos stuff, guys. And the cool part, right, this is unscratched off. Never been used. So, got another one to go with it. And then he had some buttons, right? Now, I didn't have these buttons before I went to Swornfest because I would have worn one of them, right? You got the Joseph Michael Lisner one and the Romano. So I was like, oh, that is cool. But it wasn't just those 2. These even have that old smell to them. Like they've been in the bag forever. Never been out of here. Right? You don't see these. You just don't see these anymore. The Pandemonium. Yeah, I'm sorry they're shiny, but that's just how they're made. It was so cool to find these. And then he had what I used to have, the 1996 calendar, right? So this was a big one from back then, right? And he put some inserts in there too. And these are just extras, I think, but he knew I loved. So this is from the Reckoning. This is from the Micro. So I had to have that one. And like I say, he just threw them in there for free. And then you got razor and side blade on that side. Okay. But here you go. Here's your old school The Reckoning calendar. I'll go through a couple. Might as well go to April, right? That's my birthday. Yeah, like this old school listener. And we got a lot today. Yay! And guess what? I got Jim Ballard for mine. So yeah, I love these old calendars. These are always fun. They don't make them like this no more. They really don't. But then in the middle is the centerfold. So yeah, so fun. Okay, that's not all. Ha ha. Evil Ernie. This is the Youth Gone Wild Necro box set. And if you've never seen it before, I'm going to show you. Right. Alright. Here's the black and white editions of Youth Gone Wild. And these are the Encore editions, right? And I love that one at the end. So yeah, that is what's inside the box. And additionally, there's one more thing inside the box. A lot of people misplace it, or it doesn't get included. But I'm glad this one still had it in it. Right. The certificate of authenticity, signed by Brian and Steven. So I was so happy that he had that. So picked up that box set. But the phenomenal, this is a box set that I have been looking for a long time. Right. So, and this is from Chaos Comics. This is the very first Fiend Club set from Chaos Comics. In the box, still. And so let me show you what's in the box. You got the newsletter, which this one was issue 3. You get the Chaos Rules sticker. The Lady enamel pen. You got a couple of promo cards. Okay, you got the Fiend Club card. You also got the Revenge poster. But last but not least, you got the t-shirt. Now my butt ain't gonna fit in this one no more. This is an extra large. But had to have it. And this one's never been worn either. So this is like I said, this is a piece of history for Chaos. You know, because they just don't make, you know, it's hard to find these really complete with everything in it. You know, or you're piecemealing it back together, trying to get it all. But yeah, like I said, I got lucky, found this set right before Sornfest. But it took, you know, I had to wait for it to get here and everything. So once it got here, all was right in the world. So now this is going to go into the history side of Chaos. Like I said, I keep a lot of old stuff. And then people like Gary Canterbury, who's been having some great sales on Lady Death Buy, Sell, and Trade. He's had a lot of this old stuff. So I picked this up too. I picked a lot of stuff up from him. Of course, my boy Bill Wasson sent me a sticker. You know, picked up some of these promo cards signed by Brian. This one I've had a couple times. You know, I actually gave one to a friend of mine, Kat England. So I gave her one. So I figured I might as well grab it. Grab another one. Put it in there. Same with these mini prints. This is the horror set. Now, ironically, right, I just picked up all the horror stuff. At least, you know, one of the big ones of each one of them. So it's cool to actually have this. Go with it. And then picked up these flyers, which is freaking cool. The double-sided flyer. Right, you got Evil Ernie and then Purgatory. Right. And then I picked up some very hard things to find. Right, is these old Fiend Club newsletters. I've been collecting these for a while, trying to get the whole set, right, for these. But the Grail, the hardest one to find, is this one, most of the time. The very first one. Volume 1, Issue 1. So, that's Volume 1, Issue 1. Volume 1, Issue 2. Issue 3 is in that box there. And I got a lot more out there, too. Okay. Then you've got the collector's corner sheet. This is the ordering form. Okay. This one is going to be going into a poster. Whatchamacallit? Frame soon. It's big. It's way big. See, it's bigger than Nate big. That's the old school. 24 by 36. So, had to have it. Had to have it. And then, of course, he had this 99 calendar. Like I just said a little bit ago, I'm a huge fan of these. And this one was a little different, too, because of the drawing style, right? I mean, this is done by Patelis. This is done all by Patelis in this one. So, I was glad to grab that. But one of the coolest things, and this is something I've never had, this is an original piece of art from Louis Small Jr. Rest in peace, brother. I mean, he just passed away not too long ago. So, definitely keeping this. So, thank you. Thank you so much, Gary, for selling this. Because it means a lot to me. I got to meet him a couple of times. One of the best dudes ever that I've known. Picked up a Redemption Ashcan from Jade. And then he threw in a Detonator and Detonator 2 book. And then I did pick up some prints from him. This one, of course, one of my favorite images of all time, right, from Joe Jesco. Right, you just don't see this anymore. These old school prints. I love it. Again, homage to Louis Small. This Vampirella, Lady Death. You know, he signed it, and this is number 310 out of 1,000. So this will be hung up as well. Lastly, from Gary, before we unbox some stuff, he did have a couple of pages for sale that I grabbed as well. This is Purgatory, Mischief Night. So I had to grab this one. And what's cool, right, is that it's both pages, right? Side by side, which is very hard to do. It's very hard to get both pages side-by-side pages a lot of the times. So, I was so excited. But yeah. And I love it too, because I mean, it is Purgatory. And like I said, I don't have any Purgatory pages. So, ooh, we've got some now. Alright. So that is the Chaos haul. And let's move those to the side so they do not get messed up. Okay, on to the extravaganza of boxes. Okay, from, where's my knife go? There it is. I still got old trusty. So this is, I believe, from TFW. Guy had a couple things on sale, and I've been kind of like getting some of the ones I had before, right? Kind of getting that collection back together that I really want to be. But at the same time, I'm specializing in owning things that I really want, right? But it's kind of hard when they're selling these for like $10 each too. So I ended up picking up Animated Optimus Prime and Cybertron Universe Hotshot. You guys know I'm a huge, you know, whatchamacallit, Hot Rod fan, and Hotshot, Hot Rod, Bumblebee, you know, kind of, they're all pretty close, right? Right, so had to get him to go into the collection. Because I've got the Hotshot, I need the Cybertron, I got Exilion up there, but I didn't have the regular, so, you know, that's how it is. Okay. From Ami, yes. All right. Let's see what they sent us. You always get the obligatory thank you card. Products inside. Ooh. We'll check in a minute. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there's another little tape up there. Yeah. Ooh, this is cool. I'll have to show you this in a minute. Not yet, wait. So we gotta wait. So we got Macross Plus, right? This is the 4K edition, the 4K movie edition, 4K and Blu-ray disc, right? Now the cool thing, right, is this has subtitles for us English people. So they really, like the last couple of releases, really started going, you know, and helping us out, be able to buy things like this because of that. And this is the bonus gift from buying this movie edition. It's an A3. So it's like a little picture holder, right? This is the VF11. Oh, not VF11. 17, B17. And then you got, yeah, this looks good. I can't wait to watch this one. This is going to be awesome. Sweet. Okay. And that one. Now we're going to save this and put this back in because I know Nate can mess things up if he doesn't pay attention. Okay. We also got we had to get it Macross 7, Basara Prime, collaboration with Transformers, so had to do it. Come on, man. The Transformer, that's also a Macross, right? We had to do it. Had to do it. Okay. And last thing in this box, we got one more box after that, is the VF-17S. Right, from Macross 7. So, if you have, you know, now I'll show you. But I haven't opened it yet. I've been waiting. If you have this one, the BF-19, you gotta have the 17S to go with it. You gotta have the good guy, the bad guy. Good guy, bad guy. You know, right? Megatron the Optimus kind of thing. You gotta have both. I'm just saying. Alright. And then that is that box. And then we have one more box. Let's set these to the side. Oy. I can't get over the deal that I got on this set, right? Like, this is something I've been wanting for probably 20 years, right? And it's always been expensive or broken, is what I've noticed a lot of the time. But this set alone is always expensive, right? But there are some days you do get lucky on the evil bay, right? And this is one of them. This is one of those days where Nate got real lucky and the guy just wanted to get rid of it. And if you notice sometimes, like if you put, like, say, something on your watch item, right? Sometimes people will give you an offer and say, hey, do you want to buy it for this price? Okay. And that's exactly what happened. Like, it was already low already. But then he offered to me for even a lower deal, and I was telling my buddy Tim and Bill about it, and they're like, did you get it? Of course I did. No, I did. And had to. And it's a heavy thing, too. Like the good old days, throw it out. And it is the Chastity and Jade box set. Right? A little dent in the box is okay. But this is still sealed. See? Still taped. And it's crazy. Because, like I said, this box looks brand new. Especially compared to my Lady Demon one that I've had forever. Right? And I'm like, oh my Lord. This is freaking amazing. Now, it's going to go up there. And now I have to expand my setup over here. So you know what that means? Something getting evicted. You know what happens when something gets evicted? It gets sold. That might be what happens. Right. Because I don't like to keep things in boxes. I like, you know, showing everything out. So yeah. that's what we got. And this came right on my birthday. So, awesome. Woohoo! Alright, folks. That is it. That is our haul for this time. And thank you guys for being here with us as we unboxed everything. I appreciate each and every one of you. And have a good one. And I'll see you on the next round. Alright, alright, alright. And stay swarm.